What up, everybody? GeekSpot82 here with your special edition Magic the Gathering box opening for Innistrad, the Midnight Hunt. I have in my hands a set booster recently procured from my local gaming store, or LGS. See what I did there? All right. I already opened my pre-release pack, and you're seeing the awesome artwork from the sleeve down below. Now you see a white box. But we're going to tear into this and see what awesome cards lay in store in this awesome set booster box. I know I shorted you guys last time. I only did the bundle instead of a full box opening. I apologize. I just was not as excited about that set as I was for this one, or the preceding one. So the theme for this one is the Midnight Hunt, or werewolves, from the Innistrad block. So we're going to be opening them one pack at a time. I believe there's 30 packs, 15 cards each. Let's dig in. The first card, as always, is going to be the art card. You have to bear with me while I figure out this. The art card there looks like Arlen Cord, if I'm not mistaken. This set comes with some beautiful full art lands. And instead of showing you every card, we're going to jump right to the good stuff. We're going to go right to any special bordered cards or foils. So we've got the Outland Liberator. Pay 1, sacrifice Outland Liberator, destroy target artifact or enchantment. That is if it's daybound. If it is nightbound when you play the card. Frenzied Trap Breaker. You can pay 1, sacrifice Frenzied Trap Breaker, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Whenever it attacks, destroy target artifact or enchantment defending player controls. So that is definitely the way to go there. Our next rare is going to be the Brutal Cathar. 2 and a white for a human soldier werewolf. When the creature enters the battlefield or transforms into Brutal Cathar, exile target creature an opponent controls with this creature until this creature leaves the battlefield. It's a 2/2. And then our foil for this pack, Bat Whisperer. Pack 1, not a bad start. I am super excited for this deck. So every Halloween I run a game where we use all my spooky decks. I've got spirits, werewolves, vampires, rats. I'm building a scarecrow deck. I've got fungus now, but zombies would be another good one. And Innistrad has a lot of those things: werewolves, vampires, zombies. Specifically in this set, there's ooze, there's all kinds of fun stuff. So our art card this time around, we got the island. So let's see, our very next card is going to be Avacyn's Memorial. A lot like Akroma's Memorial, indestructible. Other legendary permanents you control are or have indestructible. So another way to make that angel deck that much more of a problem for people. Our rare for this pack, that Triskaidekaphile. Human Wizard, a 1/3. You have no maximum hand size because she's nailing them all to a clock, it looks like. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have exactly 13 cards in your hand, you win the game. Pay 3 and a blue, draw a card. Our foil for this pack, Ritual Guardian, just a common. So this was the first time I did not watch spoilers. I did not look at spoilers. I am going into this box opening blind, other than what I pulled from my pre-release pack. already. Art card. Looks like a Drownyard art. Plains Path Land. Oh, this isn't a rare, but I saw this in my pre-release kit. I love that it's an homage to that famous painting, The Farmer and His Wife. I think that's hilarious that they are now zombies. All right. A rare Curse of Obsession. It's a 4 and a red. Enchant player. At the beginning of Enchanted players' draw step, that player draws 2 additional cards. At the beginning of Enchanter's end step, that player discards their hand. So basically a wheel. That's fantastic, and that's going to go great in my Nekusar deck. 100% already going there. Different frame for our werewolf, Harvesttide Infiltrator. Just a 3/2 human with trample. And then on the flip side, Harvesttide Assailant for forward trample. And one of the cards I heard about, Old Stick Fingers. So, X and Galgori for a legendary horror. Whenever you cast this spell, reveal cards from the top of your library. Until you reveal X creature cards, put all creature cards revealed this way into your graveyard, then put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Old Stick Fingers' power and toughness are equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard. And our foil card, Downyard Amalgam. It is Sunday in September. My watch is dead, so I can't tell you the date. But Cowboys are going to play later today, and I have to root for my home team, even though I no longer live in my home state. Art card is a forest, and we got a foil forest right next to it. Full art foil forest. That's a mouthful. Alternate border for the Candle. What is that? Candle Grove Witch. 2/2 human warlock. Nothing to flip. Okay, I thought it was a flip. Alright, our next card is Tavern Ruffian. Daybound and Werewolf side. 6/5 on the Nightbound side. Another alternate border. Tireless Hauler. Dire Strain Brawler. Alright, and then our official rare for the pack is Sigarda Splendor. As Sigarda Splendor enters the battlefield, note your life total at the beginning of your upkeep. Draw a card if your life total is greater to or equal than the last noted life total for Sigarda Splendor. Then note your life total again. Whenever you cast a white spell, you gain 1 life. And then a foil flip of Tavern Ruffian. It turns into Tavern Smasher. And instead of a token, we got a Fractured Power Stone. Planar chase? You guys know I can't pronounce things. Our art card this turn. Great looking vampire. A swamp. Alright. We got a Bird Admirer. It turns into Wing Shredder. Another rare. The Celestius. It costs 3. Legendary artifact. If it's neither day or night, it becomes day as it enters the battlefield. You can tap it and add 1 mana of any color. Or you can pay 3 and tap it, and if it's night, it becomes day. Otherwise, it becomes night. Activate only as a sorcery. Whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, you gain 1 life. And you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. And our foil for this pack. Discard the token. Moving along. Right. Art card. Some sort of Cathar. And a full art forest. Another copy of Tireless Hauler. We've already seen that. Alright. Got a rare land, Rockfall Vale enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands. Tap it and add mountain or forest. Alright, our foil is a Mounted Red Knight. Alright, art card. Let's see. Togalar, Dire Overlord. That one's pretty hip looking. Another foil. Full art plains. And I told you guys I was building a Scarecrow deck. Of course, I get a good Scarecrow with a pumpkin head. I love it. I love it. I believe this is from one of the EDH or Commander decks that's coming out. Visions of Dominance. 2 and a green, put a 1/1 counter on target creature, then double the number of 1/1 counters on it. It has flashback for 8 and 2 green. Another of the rare lands. This is Deserted Beach. Enters tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands. Taps for plains or island. Alright, we got a Kaminatra in our token spot and our foil. I have a Kaminatra deck and absolutely love running it. I run it as an enchantment commander, even though it is more for a lands matter deck, but it helps me get all my lands out of my deck so that I can find my enchantments that much faster. Great looking wolf. Full art mountain. Alright, our first alternate border is a Fangblade Brigand that turns into a Fangblade Eviscerator. 4/5 werewolf. Another Candlegrove Rich, another Tireless Hauler. Our rare is the Croaking Counterpart. For those of you who want to build a Frogs deck. Fantastic. And then we got a foil copy of the Tireless Hauler. Gonna take a moment and reset our display field. What cards are you looking forward to the most? Is there anything you wish they would have put in here that they didn't announce? Again, I don't know what they announced and what they didn't, but art card this round, Old Stick Fingers, and a full art foil island. Dawnheart Renovator. Alternate border card. Got a Shipwrecked Marsh. Another of the rare lands. Taps for blue or black, or Dimir, if you will. And Novice Occultist. And there's our foil. And instead of a token, we got Sleeping Sleeping Minotaur. Sleeping Potion. Alright. Moving right along. Next pack. Beautiful, beautiful card. Forest. Alright, our next card is a Burly Breaker. 6/5 with Ward 1. How much does that cost? That is crazy. 3 and 2 green. It flips into Dire Strain Demolisher with Ward 3 for an 8/7. That's a bomb. And we got a Shady Traveler. 2 and a black for 2/3 with Menace that flips into Stalking Predator. 4/4 with Menace. Rare for the pack is Vodric, Astral Archmage. It's 1 and is it? For a legendary human wizard, if neither day or night, it becomes day, and as he enters the battlefield, instant and sorcery spells you cast cost X less to cast, where X is its power. Whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, put a 1/1 counter on him. So he wants you to play with those day and night counters. Our foil is Burn the Accursed. And instead of a token, we got Loyal Apprentice. One of the previous commander sets. Art card. It looks like Rin and I know it's not Rin and 6. They changed it to Rin and 7. Full art land. Tavern Ruffian. Turns into Tavern Smasher. I think we already looked at that. Memory Deluge. 2 and 2 blue. Look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast this spell. Put 2 of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. It's flashback for 5 and 2 blue. Definitely way better on the flashback side. And our foil for this pack, Geistwave. Art card. Foil planes. Not a rare, but this was the one card I did talk about with my playgroup, Flesh Taker. That is the creepiest art I've seen in so long. Come on. I love it. I love everything about that. Vision of Duplicity. It looks like it's also going to be from the new Commander set. It's 2 and a blue. Exchange control of 2 target creatures you don't control. That's going to be fun. Kyler, Sigardian Emissary. Mythic, whenever another human enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on him. Other humans you control get +1/+1 for each counter on him. So a lord that likes to make himself bigger. All right, we've got a Graveyard Trespasser for our rare. It is costs 2 and a black for a human werewolf with ward. Discard a card. Whenever a Graveyard Trespasser enters the battlefield or attacks, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. If it's a creature card was exiled this way, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. When it turns to night. Ooh. Our Nightbound, let's see if we can get it straightened out. There we go. Graveyard Glutton. Enters the battlefield or attacks, exile up to 2 target cards from a graveyard. Each creature card exiled this way, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. That's fantastic. And then we got a foil, of course, defending the Celestius. And we're moving right along. Art card. All right, well, that's fantastic. They have a zombie bear. Who doesn't want to have a zombie bear? Looks like a giant board wipe with Vanquish the Horde. 6 and 2 white. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature on the battlefield. Destroy all creatures. And our foil for this pack, Overwhelmed Archivist. Art card. Land card. Alright. Full art. Deserted Beach. Looks like the movie Knights of Rodane. Alright. Curse of Shaken Faith is our rare. 1 and a mountain. Enchant player. Whenever enchanted player casts a spell other than the first spell they cast each turn, or copies a spell, Curse of Shaken Faith deals 2 damage to them. Search Party Captain is going to be our foil and a token. Art card. It'll help if I put it the right way. There we go. Flames. Zombie, zombie, zombie. Werewolf, werewolf, werewolf. Don't know that we saw the Baneblade Scoundrel. And he flips into Baneclaw Marauder. And our rare is Willow Geist. Treefolk Spirit. Cost 1 green for a 1/1 with Trample. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, put a 1/1 counter on Willow Geist. When Willow Geist dies, you gain life equal to its power. And then we got a foil Shady Traveler. And a copy of Sleep. There we go. Time to reset the board again. Just over halfway there. Art card. I think we've seen enough of the lands, or have we? I don't know. Let's just keep going. Dawnheart Mentor. Human Warlock. Special Border. Galvanic Iteration. That is it? When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell. You may choose new target for the copy. Has flashback for 1 and is it? Is that 1? Yep, 1 and is it. And then our foil for the pack. Art card. Well, she looks angry. Land card. Homunculus. Got a Village Watch. 1/4 or 4/3 with haste. It cost 4 and a red, 4 and a mountain. that flips into Village Reavers. Wolves and werewolves you control have haste. Rare for the pack is Ludwig, Necrogenius. Legendary human wizard. Whenever he enters the battlefield or attacks, mill a card. Pay X, 2 blue, 2 black. Exile X creature cards from your graveyard. Transform Ludwig. X can't be 0. Activate only as a sorcery. And he turns into Olag, Ludwig's Hubris. Legendary zombie. As this creature transforms into Olag Ludwig's Hubris, it becomes a copy of a creature card exiled with it. Except its name is exactly that, Ludwig's Hubris. It's 4/4 and it's a legendary blue and black zombie in addition to other colors and types. Put a number of 1/1 counters on it equal to the number of creature cards exiled with it. Burn Down the House is our foil. Art card. Land card. Zombie. What do we got? Reckless Storm Seeker. Borders. Also a rare. It's 2 and a red. Human werewolf. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gets +1 and gains haste until the end of turn. Tonight is a Storm Charged Slasher. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gets +2/+0, gets trample and haste until the end of turn. We got a Kessig Naturalist. There it is. Our mythic Intrepid Adversary. Human Scout. Lifelink. When it enters the battlefield, you may pay 1 and a white any number of times. When you pay the cost once or more times, put that many Valor counters on it. Creatures you control get +1/+1 for each Valor counter on it. It is a 3/1 Human Scout that costs 1 and a white. And then our foil is Flame of Earth. Flare of Faith. I'm sorry. Flare of Faith. Art card. Land card. Mythic, Lord of the Forsaken. Costs 4 and 2 black for a demon with flying and trample. Pay black, sacrifice another creature. Target player mills 3 cards. Pay 1 life and add colorless. Spend this mana only to cast a spell from your graveyard. He is a 6/6 otherwise. And we get a foil Silver Bolt. Right. Art card signed. Gold foil. Land card. Oh, those are kind of creepy. Spell Rune Painter. Tainted Adversary is going to be a rare or mythic. It is a zombie creature that costs 1 and a black with Death Touch. When Tainted Adversary enters the battlefield, you may pay 2 and a black any number of times. When you pay that cost once or more, put that many 1/1 counters on Tainted Adversary, then create twice that many 2/2 black zombie creature tokens with Decay. He himself is a 2/3. And Devious Cover-Up is our foil. That reminds me of the movie Jeepers Creepers. Art card. Chandra. Swamp is our land again. Enduring Angel is our rare. Enduring Angel costs 2 and 3 white for a angel creature that is 3/3 with flying, double strike, and gives me, the player, hexproof. If your life total would be reduced to 0 or less, instead transform Enduring Angel and your life total becomes 3. Then, if Enduring Angel didn't transform this way, you lose the game. Flying, you have hexproof. Power and toughness are equal to your life total. Whenever Angelic Enforcer attacks, double your life total. Lunar Frenzy is our... Art card. Hallowed Respite. Costs Azorius for a sorcery. Exile target non-legendary creature, then return it to the battlefield under owner's control. If it entered under your control, put a 1/1 counter on it, otherwise tap it. That'd be great in like a rune deck. What do we get? Locked in the Cemetery. It's a great flavor. Oh, another great card. Kindred Discovery. Art card. Land card. Curse of Surveillance. Costs 4 and a blue for an enchantment or a curse. Enchant player at the beginning of enchanted player's upkeep. Any number of target players other than that player each draw cards equal to the number of curses attached to that player. That's just me. And our foil is Meathook Massacre, excuse me. Cost X and 2 black for a legendary enchantment. When the Meathook Massacre enters the battlefield, each creature gets -X until the end of turn. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life. Whenever a creature an opponent controlled dies, you gain 1. I think I'd like to put that like in my fungus deck and run that with Dictate of Erebos and just ruin somebody's day. All right. Another signed art card. Another land. It's like we get one of those in every pack. That is so weird. Patrician Geist. 2/1 for a Spirit Knight with flying. Other spirits you control get +1/+1. Spells you cast from your graveyard cost 1 less to cast. And our foil, Plummet. No Planeswalkers yet. I don't even know how many are in this set. Another foil island. I think I've gotten more foil lands than I'm used to. Not that I'm complaining. Visions of Glory. 4 and a white for sorcery. Create a 1/1 white human creature token for each creature you control. It also has flashback for 8 and 2 white. Cost X less to cast this way, where X is the greatest mana value of a commander you own on the battlefield or in the command zone. Okay, so it reduces it by your CMC of your commander. Yeah. All right. Auger of Autumn is our other rare. 1 and 2 green for a human druid. When you look at the top card of your library at any time, you may play lands from the top of your library. And it has Coven. As long as you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, you may cast creature spells from the top of your library. Well, that's fantastic. That is going to go fantastic in my Lord Windbrace deck. That's where that one's going to go. Outland Liberator is our foil. And of course, I'm going to fill in zombies and vampires where needed in my other art card. Looks like some kind of a cleric. Land card. And we get a stuffed bear. Again, who doesn't like a bear? Let's see. Dire Strain Rampage is our foil. It's 1 and... what is that? That is... don't tell me. Don't tell me. Oh, that's going to bug me. Gruul. There it is. 1 in Gruul for a sorcery. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or land. If a land was destroyed this way, its controller may search their library for up to 2 basic land cards. Put them on the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. Otherwise, the controller may search their library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle. So, you can destroy one of anything, artifact, enchantment, or land. If you destroy a land, they get 2. If you destroy an artifact or enchantment, they still get 1. That might be better to play against yourself. I'm just saying. Just saying. It also has flashback. And Jack-o'-lantern is our foil. And instead of a token, we got Expedition Map. Upside down. Art card. Land card. I gotta say, I love the art direction on this set. Whoever was in charge of it, you did a great job. Geist Flame Reservoir, 2 and a red for an artifact that says whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a charge counter on Geist Flame Reservoir. Pay 1 in red, tap it, remove any number of charge counters from it. It deals that much damage to any target. Or pay 1 in red, tap it, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. And Revenge of the Drowned is our foil. Looks like maybe 3 packs left. Still no Planeswalkers. Sad Pandas. Art card. That's spooky. Land card. Angel Fire Ignition is our rare. 1 and Boros. For a sorcery that says put 2 1/1 counters on target creature, it gains Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, Indestructible, and Haste until the end of turn. It has Flashback for 2 and Boros. And a foil copy of Evolving Winds. Oop, I don't even know how to put this one. I'm going this way. Let's see. That is fantastic. That is crazy art. And an island. Alright, a foil shipwreck marsh. I'm going to have to hope and assume that we're going to get the other cycle of lands with the second Innistrad set that is more vampire focused than werewolf, although we got a ton of vampires in this one as well. Suspicious Stowaway is our rare. Human rogue werewolf. On a pirate ship though, it can't be blocked, and whenever Suspicious Stowaway deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, then discard a card. It flips into... Oh, look at that. Didn't expect the green. Seafaring Werewolf can't be blocked whenever it deals damage to a player, draw a card. No downside of having to discard. And Eccentric Farmer is our foil. This millipede, thousandpede? What is a thousand? What do you call that? Alright, art card. Land card. And we got the Dire Overlord. 1 and Gruel for a human werewolf. Whenever a wolf or werewolf you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. That's fantastic. At the beginning of each upkeep, if you control 3 or more wolves and or werewolves, it becomes night. Then transform any number of human werewolves you control. He flips into a 4/4 legendary werewolf creature. The Midnight Scourge is the name. Horrible lighting, and I apologize for that. No way around it at this point. Whenever a wolf or werewolf you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, pay X, and Gruel. Target wolf or werewolf you control gets +X, +0, and gains trample until the end of turn. So a little bit of dragon fire there. And then a foil alternate art for the Candle Grove Witch. And a token. And that's it. That's the box. I have nothing left. How'd I do? Let me know. Leave a comment. Smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe. I've been at this for a year. I haven't gotten any better. We still suck, but that's all right. I enjoy doing it, and I enjoy sharing this time with you all. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you check out all my other videos. Thanks. Bye.